Good morning, I'm Erik Linask with TMC here in Las Vegas at Interop, our opening set of videos from this show. And I'm here now with Christian Larocque, who is the Vice President of Business Development with Sagem Interstar. Christian, welcome.
Welcome, Erik. Thank you.
So one of the things that I read this morning was that Sagem Interstar has made an announcement. One of the things you've announced is you've done some additional work with interoperability work with Cisco. What can you tell me about that?
Correct. So Sagem Interstar has been a Cisco partner for a number of years now, and as new versions of Cisco Unified Communication Manager, Call Manager comes out, we certify our application on that. In addition, what's unique this time is we've actually certified two solutions, our Xmedius Fax SP that runs on Windows, and our Xmedius Fax AXP, which actually runs inside the Cisco router, the 2800s and the 3800s, and so we've certified both solutions to work in a Cisco network environment.
So when a new version comes out from Cisco, what kind of work goes into certifying your solutions?
Well, obviously, we need to get our hands on the Cisco new versions ahead of the game and run a series of tests internally with our quality assurance department, and all this to ensure that customers get a quality product that's rock solid, reliable, works well, and that we document all the integrations so that any customers deploying or even Cisco trying to support their customers and us supporting our common customers, we have all the integration documented.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you talk about those customers who are deploying your solutions, a lot of those are customers with various branch offices. I know you've also done some work around branch survivability lately.
Correct. So the latest version of Xmedius Fax that we launched, 6.0, actually provides a functionality that we call off-site replication or inter-system replication that enables a branch fax solution to run inside the Cisco router, so there's no additional hardware deployment in the branch level, yet it provides branch survivability. In other words, users can send and receive faxes through the corporate fax infrastructure, but if a WAN link goes down, the branch is completely autonomous because they also have a copy of the fax solution running in a branch as a TIN application. And the beauty of the solution is once the network outage is restored, then all fax traffic, images, and data records are uploaded back into the data center so that the organization can maintain a central repository of all fax transactions for compliance purposes primarily.
What kind of a challenge do you face when you're talking to clients or potential clients about the need for a survivable solution?
It's to actually get them to understand that the biggest challenge we have with our application being fax is a lot of people think it's not sexy and customers are not using fax anymore and whatnot. The reality is still there's thousands of enterprise customers out there that are using fax heavily. It's to get them to understand the value of it in the business process, and very often the IT manager doesn't understand how fax affects a lot of other departments or constituents within the organizations. Other than that, deploying fax service with the Xmedius Fax application, particularly on the Cisco network, is a breeze.
And what about reliability? I know there's some people out there who aren't convinced necessarily that the fax over IP is as reliable as they want it to be or would need it to be.
Right, and I guess that's a perception with any new technology. However, fax over IP is not new anymore, and that's what people need to understand is the protocol standards have been around for over 10 years now. The technology has been on the market for 7-8 years. We have several thousand deployments out there with very, very large customers that have significant fax traffic, and the fax over IP itself with the T.38 fax relay protocol is reliable. People tend to think that the good old fax board-based solutions are the only way to go. It's the only reliable solution, but the reality is all voice gateway, media gateway manufacturers have incorporated the same technology literally that you have in the boards, and doing fax over IP really is leveraging the DSP resources in a media gateway and a server on the network and having some of the fax communication travel over the IP network. So it is definitely reliable. I mean, we have customers today that do over 500,000 faxes a day.
Wow, that's a lot of faxes. Where do you see the fax market in the next 6 to 12 months, the fax over IP market?
I think a lot of customers are now understanding the real cost of operating fax machines. So we see a lot of customers wanting to move away from manual fax machines, particularly in a down economy. Companies are trying to do more with less. They're trying to reduce cost and complexities, particularly on the network. And we see a lot of customers wanting to replace fax machines with more automated process, electronic documents. So there's a big conversion happening now with voice over IP or IP telephony being pretty standard with unified communications in enterprise customers. We see also a lot of customers replacing their legacy fax server solutions with fax over IP solutions. If we look at the more long term, I think fax is definitely an ever-evolving technology, and at some point will evolve electronic document communication, e-signature, et cetera, et cetera.
I guess that's just a very natural evolution with the technology that we're seeing today.
Correct, correct.
Well, I've been chatting here at Interop in Las Vegas with Sagem Interstar's Vice President of Business Development, Christian Larocque. Christian, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Erik. Have a great show.
Thank you. Same to you.
Bye-bye.